back, everyone, to The Legend of Dragoon, and we are pretty
Chop
much
that
finishing...
wood! Chop that wood!
Yeah, we're pretty much finishing up Disc 1 now, so... I know I've been trying to keep these videos within about 20 minutes, but, you know, do forgive me. You know, it's about double the length this time, but that's because we are going to finish, you know, plunging this castle, and then we're going to be going into, like, the last few battles that the first disc has to offer.
I just love how those soldiers are just standing there in formation, menacingly throwing their swords around, and they're just like, oh, well, that's done with that.
Come on, man. Keep slashing your sword repeatedly. He'll eventually run into our swords sooner or later.
We're gonna keep swinging, and if you get hit, it's your fault.
No! Wait, are those Superman symbols?
Superman symbol?
No. It's like you know that little oh god, those you remember those S's that you draw like in class? You draw like the three.
Oh yeah, I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, it's like I know that's not. Obviously, it's not the intention, but if you look at those like windows, like at the top, like center of the screen, it's like those look like those S's you draw in like middle school and shit.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, wait, Superman symbol.
Yeah. That's how we use. That's how like that's how I wrote about those. They called them the Superman symbols.
Even though they are nothing like the Superman
I know.
symbol.
I know. I know it was weird. They're nothing like the actual Superman symbol. You know, if you were to see like the comics and such, but it's like apparently that's what everybody in school referred it to. So I'm like, okay.
And goes down to Old Man, because if you know anime logic, old men are the most overpowered gods in the world.
Case in point, My Hero Academia.
Oh, come on, All Might's not that old.
No, not that. No, not him. God damn it. No. I meant the elder before.
I know what you're talking about, Gran Torino.
God damn it, you.
Listen, how old is All Might supposed to be anyway?
I'd have to look that up. Actually.
Oh man.
All that you need to know is that the most important fact is Bakugo's birthday is 420.
Good boys.
Yeah, that's where it's like, that had to make me laugh. Like, I know I mentioned this in, one of our Golden Wind Geek Outs. I brought up how, you know, as soon as we got the voice actors for all of La Squadra, I made sure to make a note of what roles they played in the past. And it's like, yeah, Ryan, I don't know if you knew this or not, but the guy that voices Gacho in Golden Wind, he voices Bakugo.
Wait, hold on. Which member of the squadron was this?
White Album.
Oh god. Okay, I'm trying to remember exactly who White Album was.
White Album was the stand that's the ice suit that allowed him to, like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's Bakugo's voice actor.
Okay, I do not care if this did not happen in the manga or whatever. I would like for David Productions to make a Narancia and White Album fight a thing. You have the Japanese voice actor for Deku, and then the Japanese voice actor for Bakugo playing two different characters, but they're both in the same anime. I want that to happen, please.
Shit, nerd!
Oh yes.
Although,
but yeah,
but
you know, I guess it kind of makes sense, because I remembered when you and I were talking about, like, you know, when we were first hearing La Squadra, you know, the both of us said Gacho was like one of the standout voices that we absolutely loved, and it's like, oh well, no wonder it's Bakugo.
And thinking about it now, it's like I'm basing this off like one very vague memory that I have of when we read the initial manga, like before the anime even aired. And like as we're reading like all the dialogue from White Album, when we initially run into him like near the end of the entire part, It's like, I remember at points, like, White Album, he would be flipping his shit and getting so pissed off because of, I guess, like, for, like, intellectual reasons? Like someone would say something completely stupid, and then he flip his shit.
Yeah, but, yeah, that's where it's like, yeah, while we're talking to this guy, if you remember, yeah, the great commander of Sandora, this is who I called Not Golbez all the way back in Disc 1. You know, this was the guy that ordered the attack on the village, you know, where it's just so that they could kidnap Shauna. And I called him Not Golbez because, I mean, for fuck's sake, look at his character design and then look at Golbez from Final Fantasy IV. They look damn near identical. So, yeah, it's like, oh, hey, we're actually meeting up with him again. But anyway, in the meantime, yeah, let me find one of Gacho's rants, and it's like, yeah, now imagine Bakugo screaming about all this.
It's like, no. You see Bakugo getting like all pissed off, being like, God damn it! And then you see White Album like going on one of his rants. Same energy.
Okay, here we go.
They emit the same kind of energy.
Yeah. So this is like at the very beginning of Volume 9. So that's where this rant's coming from. He's like, you know Paris, the capital of France? In English, they say it like Paris, but the rest of the world says Paris, like the French do. So how come everyone calls Venezia by its English name, Venice? There's the Merchant of Venice and Death in Venice. Why can't they call it Death in Venezia? Are you happy with that? I'm not happy at all. Is this your idea of a fucking joke? It's Italian, you goddamn bastards. Speak fucking Italian. Fuck, that pisses me off, you stupid motherfuckers. It's like,
that's right.
Yeah. Now imagine Bakugo screaming that, like, randomly in the middle of this fight.
That is so Bakugo right there.
It would be.
Like
actually, speaking of, there's a funny fan comic that I think you would like, Danny, where Kirishima and Bakugo are sitting together, like eating lunch, and they're just like, and Kirishima says, "So they say if you kill a murderer, the number of murderers stay the same in the world." And then Bakugo says, "Kill 2."
Oh, God damn it!
Oh my god. That's fucking great.
Bakugo for Jump Force, please.
Seriously, how do you only announce Deku? How do you not bring in Bakugo?
Yeah. Bakugo's mad because he didn't get top billing.
Alright, so anywho, got all the stones, and it unlocks the door at the bottom of that statue.
Oh, wait, hold up. I gotta save again.
Well, this is pretty much the last save point of the disc, so it's like, yeah, you
the
better
last save
fucking
point
save.
before the point of no return.
Pretty much from here on out, it's like it's the last battles for the disc.
Ah, gotcha.
Make good use of this save point.
Yes. Oh. Wow, that
short
elevator. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was one short elevator. It's like, just a little bit longer. They could have been up to par with the elevators and Halo Combat Evolved.
I'm like, the pants kind of chafe my butt a little.
Alrighty, so Ryan, you might remember this guy.
I believe I do, actually, yes.
Yeah, this was the gigantic motherfucker that was like, you know, he was going after us with an axe, and then he decided to do, like, wrestling moves on us. You know, when they were, this is when they were attacking, the village of Hoax, This was pretty much when Dart had awakened to his Dragoon powers. So pretty much now it's just a rematch. Not too much. I mean, it's like obviously he's gonna be doing different attacks, but for the most part, it's a pretty standard fight. He's not using his axes. he's pretty much using this armor that he's got now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't recall seeing this character wearing that variation of armor in the past.
Yeah, no, this armor is just for this fight.
Gotcha.
Yep, so that's where it's like, well, I need my Wind Dragoon to raise my defense, please.
Please give into your inner wingly to increase our defenses.
Dragon up!
No, it's wingly up. They call it wingly balls.
Beware my rose garden.
Ow! Why are these rose petals so sharp?
Fuck you, Marluxia. He just pins to a wall and beats the crap out of you.
While you are impaled by a goddamn spear.
I mean, it's like, yeah, let alone it's like, really, you decide to attack the Dragoon, you know, because, yeah, Dragoons, naturally, their defense is going to be a little bit higher. It's like, and it's not like he's really playing to the elemental weakness, because, you know, yeah, you know, the wind is weak to earth, and Kongo is an earth elemental fighter, so it's like, you're not really taking advantage of the elemental weakness here, dude.
And this is why you lose. This is why your salty run back is going to fail.
Oh, that's okay. That's why we have the Fire Dragoon.
Now we have two
just trying to lay
Dragoons.
waste.
It's like, oh great, 2 targets for me to go after. Then Hashel's just like, whatever.
Yeah, meanwhile, the glass cannon here that can't take a hit. Yep, nothing. Well, that's okay. I'll just keep spamming the final burst attack. Like the attack that is too powerful for its own good.
Oh. He's like, oh, lame. I should have melted your armor off.
Yeah, it's like 300 damage. Okay, so... Okay, well, at least he's being smart. So it's like... So he puts up a magic barrier. So it's like, oh, okay. So, no magic attacks. It's not
I forgot I had this.
Well, it's not going to stop us from just doing regular attacks.
Oh, god damn it!
No! Where is my everything barrier?
I can't believe I left that at home. Oh no, my wings.
No, my winglies.
Okay.
Quick, hand me another Red Bull.
I was like, well, first off, yeah, the king here needs some health.
I mean, that's not a Red Bull that could give me wings,
Did
but
he just
I mean,
bitch slap him?
What?
It's supposed to be a punch, but it looks like he bitch smacked the king in the face.
It's like, wow, you know, you're just turnbuckling people in the walls and just pounding the crap out of them. Then suddenly you go to the king with your barriers up and you're like, take that.
It's like,
Let's see, your magic barrier can block that, can it?
It's like, I will smack you with my ring hand.
Oh, stop doing that!
How we bitch slap the Dragoon? This guy's got balls.
That's okay, he's almost dead.
And Hashel just punched him away.
It's okay, his health is in the red.
So kill him with the Red Dragoon.
How fitting. Ah, crap. Now I lost my wings, too. Oh.
Oh, now he finally goes after the old man.
Yeah, but notice how how Hashel took 100 damage.
Oh, maybe I should have started doing that.
Oh, and there you go. Now he's done.
Why didn't I go after him?
I'll never punch another Wingley again.
Yes, take up the path of Sanosuke. Swear your battle strategies out of spite. That armor just comes right off.
Yeah, I mean, it's like yeah, it's supposed to be like, yeah, Rose apparently with her rapier, yeah, just shatters it into pieces.
This armor sucks.
You think this is a game? To you, this is life or death, do or die. Oh, how ironic.
So, where did you get this armor from? It was a hand-me-down from King Arthur. Oh.
Alright. Yeah. Hey, we got a new addition for Dart, so...
The
moving
crush
right
dance.
along. Yep, the crush dance.
Huh, alright.
Actually, wasn't Dart supposed to be in PlayStation All-Stars at one point?
Yeah, he was supposed to be, I think, one of, if not the next new character that they were going to add. Like, him and Abe from Oddworld. Like, they were going to be the next characters, I think, and they were going to be the rivals and shit. And then, yeah, then they shit-canned it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Look, I know for a fact we mentioned this time and time again throughout various playthroughs in regards to the fate of PlayStation All Stars. But I don't care how many times I gotta say it. I am still very disappointed that PlayStation All Stars didn't do as well as it should, and it was to the point where they decided to just stop like production with the game altogether, like DLC, all that stuff. Because again, it's like, I tell you what, if they kept going on with the DLC, regardless of the sales, it's like, okay, hey, the game didn't do all that well after these next DLC characters came about. Okay, that's cool. Let's bring out these two other characters, and maybe, just maybe, the game will do a lot better for us to keep going with this, guaranteed. Case in point, bringing in Darts and Abe from PlayStation All-Stars. I mean, seriously.
It probably would have gone better than what was it? The last characters I think they brought in, I think it was Zeus from God of War, and then what's his face from Dead Space?
Isaac.
Oh, Isaac.
Isaac, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, yeah, because I remembered it was like, because before that we had Kat and Emmett, and people got really excited for Kat coming into this. And then it's like, I remembered that they had announced, Isaac and Zeus, and, that was not received nearly as well. Like,
yeah, because they were like, really another God of War character?
Yeah, and then you had, like, the other people, they're like, yeah, Isaac, okay, but, a lot of people were already dogging on Zeus, like, before they even really got to see him play.
Yeah, I remember talking about this, like, years ago, like, during my initial playthrough of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. I think it was, like, just as we entered the Scrabanian Temple, and we brought up the conversation of Abe being a playable character in PlayStation All-Stars. Okay, obviously, a character like Abe, okay, obviously, he's not going to appear in Smash Brothers. I mean, that's a given. I mean, that would be neat, but as much of wishful thinking as that is, obviously it's not going to happen, and sadly enough, obviously, he's not going to appear in PlayStation All-Stars. But the fact that they were going to make him a fighter in general, now I'm curious, what could they have possibly done to make Abe, like, a unique fighter?
Right.
Because, yeah, as I mentioned previously, like, keep in mind, Abe is the only time he's ever, like, a fighter, per se, is if he gives into his special abilities, like his Strikehold power. And hell, he even leaves the majority of his combat skills to enemies that he's possessed, like, say, the Sligs, for instance. So giving Abe, a very fragile character, a moveset, again, it actually gets me interested on how could they have possibly pulled something like that off?
Yeah, but sadly we will never know.
Can we just talk about the fact that this guy practically shoves his blades into their chest?
Yeah, so he practically pulled off like second form Frieza. The point where he impales Krillin, but he doesn't stop there. He keeps shaking his head to have his whole horn pushed further into Krillin's body. No.
Right,
I mean, yes, but no.
All right, so Emperor Doel here. So there are two stages to this fight. So that's where it's like, first stage, piss easy. I mean, it's like, he doesn't do anything really unique. He just does, his sword he does his sword powers. Yeah, like that. Like, he'll do that, or he'll do, like, a regular physical attack, and that's about it. So, you don't have to worry too much about the first form. The second form, that's where things can get annoying. And for the record, I know we're about 21 minutes into this video. The second form, pretty much the rest of this video. That's how long this fight takes. It's a longer fight, but oh my god, it's also very, very annoying.
Oh, welcome to RPGs.
Right, and it's like, I get it. It's the last fight of the first disc, so of course they got to make things challenging and shit. But it's like, I guess like it's more so like, it's not so much like a challenge, so much as like it's a test of your patience.
Oh, and I assume this is the start of the next phase.
Yep.
All right, everybody, grab out your bags of popcorn. Wiggly powers! Ha!
Yep, so, oh, what a shock! The Emperor is a Thunder Dragoon!
I am the prettiest wingly of them all! Fear me!
That's not fair, I thought we only had those! You can't use that! Only I can use that!
You mean to tell me... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but suffice it to say, pretty much after this fight, is where Hashel's gonna be going Dragoon form. But pretty much what makes this fight fucking annoying. One, he has access to the lightning powers. Now, granted, if you remember, the way lightning spells work in this game, lightning is really only weak and strong to lightning. So you don't have to worry too much about a true, elemental disadvantage here. But regardless, thunder spells are still very strong. Because he is a Dragoon, defense is higher, HP is naturally going to be a little bit higher. And then you will be seeing later on in this fight, there is he does have a barrier move. But unlike Kongol, where, it only blocks, magic, but, you can still attack him, the barrier that Doel does blocks everything.
So that's where it went to!
Yeah, so once he pulls up that barrier, that's where you pretty much all you can do is just guard and heal, and you literally have to wait several rounds before that barrier will go down, and then you can go and attack him again. So this is why I say this fight, it is such a test of patience rather than, a legit challenge. Yeah, it's one of those fights.
Oh god.
He's like, wait a minute, how come I couldn't get a defense buff like that, Emperor? Sorry, I only had one.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah, but suffice it to say, it's like, at least try to get the Rose Storm up with Albert as much as possible, because it's like, because if you remember, that defensive move, it raises your defense for 3 turns. It's like, after that, you're fucked.
like, ah, god damn it, those lightning bolts were just used as a distraction.
Oh no, it's a frame trap!
To frame trap.
Wow, all that only does that much damage?
Well, bear in mind, like I said, I was able to get a Rose Storm off. If I did not have Albert do that defensive spell, these boys would be taking 100 damage minimum.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, it's like, wow, all that flashy stuff and that's all you can do? Man, you're lame.
Yawn.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me!
Yeah, so, actually, interesting fact. So, if you remember in the last video, like, if you remember, when we got into the researchers, we got the purple flame and stuff, and, we were joking about how, like, the three guys, they're staring at the flame, and, we're joking, like, hey, they're doing research. And everything, like, that room, when you have the three guys that are looking at the purple flame, if you actually, like, look above the flame, you'll actually see what looks like it's to be a dragon corpse. Because they were saying, a lot of this research that we done was a result of the dragon. It's like, well, wait a minute. How the hell did, did they get that dragon? Because we knew, now, Brian, I know you weren't here, but Ryan, if you remember, the one dragon that we knew that they had was the wind dragon, and we took care of that. So that's like, well, wait a minute. What other dragon are they referring to? Pretty much it's more or less confirmed that, it's basically the corpse of the Thunder Dragon. So even though Doel is a Dragoon himself, and even though he has the power, to, use the Thunder Dragon, he more or less sacrificed his dragon. Just for the sake of, for the sake of the research, and to try to build, more weapons for the Civil War. He sacrificed his dragon for that.
Dick.
That's where it's like, dude, you had a fucking dragon. It's like, why would you want to kill that?
Yeah, really.
It was the wrong color.
I mean, it's like, when he had the guy that could summon the wind dragon, that was a whole thing throughout, the first half of this disc was the fact that this kingdom has a dragon on their side, and this dragon is causing all kinds of destruction. Nobody can go up against him, except for these dragoons. That was a whole big thing. Dragons are a threat. So it kind of begs the question, why would you want to sacrifice your dragon for a war effort? Why not just use the dragon you have and just lay waste?
I like to imagine it's that one scene in Babe where they're unwrapping their Christmas presents and you hear the little girl crying. It's like, what's wrong, honey? It's the wrong one. I wanted the one on the television.
Oh my god.
I have not seen that movie in a long time.
God, it's like, no, I kid you not. That was the most spoiled scene I ever seen in movie history. Like, when I first initially saw that scene with the girl just being like, I wanted the one in the television, I'm just like, little girl, you did not realize this man spent hours putting this house together.
I spent hundreds of dollars on these assets.
It's like, no, you will take that house and you're going to like it.
I will cram you in this house.
I mean, it's like, I know, it's like, okay, I know, relax, guys. I'm not trying to take a scene seriously like that, I know the intended purpose of the scene, and, it's supposed to be a spoiled little kid, just being like a typical spoiled child in the movie, whatever, no big deal. But even then,
we'll never see this child again.
By the way, I think our king is dead.
Wait, you know what? No, that's actually a really good point, actually. I don't think we ever see that little girl in the movie, after that scene. I think that's it.
She got punished for not liking the house.
No. No.
Oh, you don't like this dollhouse? Fine, get out of my movie.
You're grounded. Why does that sound so messed up?
Oh, look! We had a cut in the middle of the movie!
Grounded. Oh, man. But you get what I mean, right? It's like I can't help but like feel a bit agitated by that, and honestly, and honestly, I'm not saying it as like a bad thing or anything. I think what I'm trying to say is like I think that pretty much shows that okay, that was the intention from that scene in a way. You're supposed to feel like that. So I think in a matter of speaking, they did that scene pretty damn well in Babe.
Yeah. Albert, stop almost dying.
I'm trying, but I can't.
You can't keep carrying your ass.
It's like I kind of need Albert. He's my means of defense.
I need to take in his wingly powers.
Wait, did darts even need that?
Like the MP?
Oh, I thought for a second you were restoring his HP. Like, wait a minute, no, he doesn't need that.
No.
Oh no! I was trying to bring back Dart's MP so that he can keep using Final Burst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just imagine it, like Albert over here is like, I need a heal. Okay, here you go, Darts. Fuck you!
Sorry, miss click. Or miss press, I should say.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh, right, my wiggly!
This is the sword that will pierce the heavens!
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Where was that from?
That's Gurren Lagann.
Okay, no wonder it sounded familiar. Okay, my mind went blank on that for a second.
No, I lost my wingly too. Fuck, you guys are on your own now.
Shit. We had an even match right there, and now it's ruined.
Oh, there we go, and here you go. There's the barrier.
Oh,
you cheater.
Yeah, so pretty much from here out, it's like, okay, everybody just guard. If you have to use an item, go on ahead. Yo, because there's nothing you can do. It's like you can throw items, you can attack, you can use magic. It will do nothing on them.
Aw, you tease.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're literally sitting for several rounds until you see the barrier actually go down and not come back.
It's like no, seriously. He turned off his shield during mid-animation only to turn it back on again. It's like, God, again, you tease.
Gameplay.
That's where it's like, past me. What are you doing?
My barrage of icicles can break through this barrier, right?
No, it won't.
Shit.
Actually, you had one job.
Somebody throw a rock at it. Oh, damn it, I thought that would do something. A barrage of icicles didn't work. What makes you think a rock is gonna do the same thing? Hey, listen, I was told rocks are the best weapon ever, okay?
It was a big rock.
It was a big rock.
The king is dead!
I was like, dude was even defending, and it still killed him.
God, good lord.
Who made you our king? Or I guess in this case, more appropriately, who died and made you king?
Like, oh, I didn't vote for you!
Look, I was told that if you put your arms in front of your body just right, you can actually defend barrages of lightning.
I tried to work on my parrying.
But now I've learned something. Apparently you can't parry thunder.
Smash lied to me.
Yeah, it's like, the fuck I can't!
Actually, speaking of which, it kind of makes you wonder if somebody, like, has been able to, like, do, like, a successful parry off of Pikachu or Pichu's thunder.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is possible. I've just never seen that in action.
Speaking of Smash, this is actually something I've actually been wondering. Like, Brian, I know you tend to keep up with a lot of this stuff more than we do. So it's like, as of right now at Smash Ultimate, who would you say is probably like the most like underutilized fighter?
Well, the thing is, currently right now, the meta hasn't exactly formed too much to really give much of an opinion on that. But, it tends to fluctuate between, like, opinions between different people. Like, there's some people who think that Duck Hunt is slept on a bit. People who think that, Dark Pit and Pit are slept on. People who think that... There's people who think that, There's actually inconsistent debate going on between people whether or not they think Snake is good or bad. Like you actually have people who either think, you know, Snake is good or he's bad. There's like no one in between where they say he's at least decent.
Okay.
That's so weird.
Yeah, because I know we've been doing. I know we have been trying to, you know, be a little bit more active with streaming, like, and especially with Smash after, you know, we did all these Smash discussions and everything. So of course we're gonna try and do some more Smash stuff. But yeah, that was always just something I was kind of wondering. It's like, okay, it's, you know, we've had some time now. We've had like a month with the damn game. So that's why I was just wondering. It was like, yeah, do we have a meta established yet or not?
Not really. Like, it usually takes a bit longer than that to really establish a meta, because at this point, no one even really knows like what characters are like actually the most broken right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand that, if only because of the massive roster.
Yeah, which, I will say this, all you people trying to make your own official tier list, stop it!
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been vaguely hearing stuff about, like, people coming up with tiers, and I'm just thinking, wait, really? Like, 1 month in, already we're establishing tiers with this massive roster? Wait a second, hold on.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like the joke tier list that people will make here and there, but it's like, there's the instances where it's like, guys, stop trying to make, like, official tier lists off this stuff. Like, the game's barely been out.
Yeah, it's like, look, I appreciate...
I see the lists that people make, like, on Twitter, but it's like, you know, okay, it's structured like a tier list, but it's like the topic is never about tiers.
Yeah.
It's always like something, it's always like some random obscure thing, where it's like, you know, who looks up porn on the internet? And it's like, yeah, they just structure everybody as to, okay, look at it and jerk off. Just look at it. Too young to use the internet. Too stupid to use the internet. You know, I've seen joke ones like those. Those are funny.
Characters who are the internet.
I love the one of, if they believe in Santa Claus, and they actually have Snake in, like, he actually believes in Santa Claus, and I'm like, the best part about that, that's canon!
Wait, what? No.
Yeah, okay, Ryan, this is why not only Metal Gear is such an amazingly well-written series, but it's also a stupidly dumb-written series. So, in one of the PSP games, there's actually a codec it's Peace Walker, where there's a codec conversation between Big Boss and Huey Emmerich, where he talks about how there are satellites that track Santa's movements, and Huey Emmerich is just laughing his ass off, and it just ends with Big Boss going, "He's real, I tell ya! He just brings me presents every year." And here's the hilarious part about this. Big Boss believes in Santa Claus, but the reason he does is because, you know, he's like, oh, he brings me presents every year. What he doesn't know, it was actually the boss who was constantly wrapping him presents every Christmas and labeling them as being given to him by Santa. So when the boss ended up dying, instead of, like, putting 2 and 2 together of, oh, the boss was the one giving me presents, instead Big Boss thinks he's permanently on the naughty list.
Oh my
god! Wow!
The legendary super soldier, everyone.
What the fuck?
You bring this up, Brian, and I'm just thinking, wait a goddamn minute. I could have sworn Brian retweeted this at one point.
I did.
Okay, no wonder it sounded so familiar. Okay. Oh, good lord.
That's way too damn funny.
But even then, it's like going back to like how people are speculating that Solid Snake may be rather like underutilized as Smash Ultimate. It's like, I don't know if it's just me, but after seeing like one particular recent Smash Brothers video from Luthero or whatnot, it's like, okay, I don't recall Solid Snake looking this fun to play, you know, in Smash Brothers Brawl.
Oh, look, we finally made him.
Oh shit!
it took long enough.
Yeah. But no, it's not so much that Snake is underutilized. It's just there's just some people who don't think he's that good. Which I mean, I don't agree with those people.
Yeah, I don't know the way I've seen like these Snake players like utilize Snake in Smash Ultimate. It's like, I don't know. I think if you handle him just right, no, you could pull off a lot of shady shit with him.
Snake actually won the very first major that Ultimate had as a tournament.
Really?
Yeah, he won the very first major.
God damn. Did he win with his cardboard box?
Like, actually, it's funny though, because the grand final that Snake won, he actually beat his original worst matchup in Brawl, Pikachu.
Oh, goddamn. Oh man, and people were thinking like Pikachu was going to be like the best character in the game.
No, it's Pichu.
Oh, okay, alright, I'll allow it.
Well, I've seen the videos of, like, where Pichu apparently has, like, longer reach compared to other characters, where it's like, they're literally on top of them, they can't even connect their freaking grab, but Pichu can.
Yeah, like, I saw, like, Pikachu's, like, trying to grab Pichu, and it's like, I can't do it! Pichu's like, yeet!
I honestly, okay, I remembered, like, seeing stuff about Pichu's grab, like, somehow having, like, a longer hitbox than anticipated. I do not remember hearing anything about Pichu having a longer reach, like, in general.
Alright, so, yay, Civil War is over.
So let's go back to talk about Pichu.
It's like, no, that was my uncle.
Yeah. Well, pretty much what's going on now is like, okay, you know, because originally the whole thing was we have to end the Civil War, but, you know, pretty much when Lloyd made his introduction, like, what, 2 videos back, it's like, oh, yeah, this ain't over yet. So, pretty much, you know, the Emperor, he told them, all right, you have to go after Lloyd. So he's basically going into the next country, and that is Tibaroa, which is where the entirety of Disc 2 will take place. So, pretty much everybody's going, saying, you know, alright, yep, we're gonna go pursue Lloyd, and, you know, yep, more or less. And then, if you saw the actual Thunder Dragoon spirit, you know, pretty much like what happened with Lavitz, you know, yeah, the guy died, so the Dragoon spirit left him, so now it's gonna be going to the next host. And it's like, oh, look at that, we have one character in our party that is not a Dragoon. I wonder who it's gonna go to.
Dart! What do you mean he gets 2?
Alrighty, so, yeah, but...
Dart unleashes Wingling Requiem.
Oh, God.
2 Dragoons?
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, Hushel's gonna become the next Thunder Dragoon, but, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show him off until next week, when we actually begin Disc 2. So speaking of which, I know in the past, like with other RPGs, like that were multi-discs long, like with Final Fantasy, I would actually take a break in between some discs. I'm actually not gonna do that this time around, at least not yet. So we're just going right in through Disc 2. We don't even have the full party available. We will get our full party, or at least like all the available character slots filled at the end of Disc 2. So you don't have to worry, you know, this has already been put on hiatus long enough because of the fucking holidays and my job and everything, you know. For those of you who have been with our channel for a long time, you already know that, you know, yeah, you know what happens come December. I pretty much get grounded because of my job. And yeah, so Legend of Dragoon's already been on hiatus long enough. So, nope, come back next week, and we're going right into Disc 2.
Yay!
Sweet. All right, see you guys for disc 2.